guys? So I've been trying to do a little more behind the scenes stuff to kind of show you how I kind of do things here over at Chandler Burton Entertainment. And today I'm going to show you how I edit a video. It doesn't take too long, but I'm a little precise when it comes to some things here. So I'm just going to show you how I edit videos if you guys want to get interested in editing videos for reactions or video game stuff or whatever you do for your YouTube channel. I'm just going to show you the basic stuff that I do when it comes to editing videos. I just did a reaction to Cabin Boy Jump Shift entitled Survivor. It's a new song, and so I'm going to put it together, and I'll show you the process of how it all works. So we're going to first start off by opening our video editor. I use Movi Video Editor Plus 2022. I did pay for it, and I actually really do like this movie editor. I think it's pretty good. So the first thing you see here is you see add file, and you see all this stuff on the side here. It can be a little intimidating at first, but what I found with Movi is that it's actually really easy to use. It kind of reminds me of like an updated version of like Windows Movie Maker. So I'll kind of walk you through how I do it, and most video editors are generally like this. So the first thing that I do, I like to get all my files, I guess all my ducks in a row here, and put everything out into the media bin. So you'll see in here I have a folder that's entitled stuff. So I'm going to get all my stuff right here. So I got my podcast, I got my logo that I use, Chandler Burton Entertainment. That's for the very end. I got the like button, got the intro, Patreon for that, social media, subscribe button. I think that's all that we need. Okay, so that's all we really need for that. So I have all these here. Those are going to go throughout the video here. I'm going to go back to file import. That's at the top. Go back to add file. I'm just going to go to the desktop. And I already have like I already have the band stuff already plugged in here. So I have the clips that I recorded, and then I have the logo that I use. And so I'm just going to take all these out. And boom. Okay. So that's all that I pretty much need for editing a video, and everybody's going to be different when it comes to editing videos. So here's how I kind of do it here. I generally always start with my intro, so I just put that there, just put it into the video section down here, and that'll just play. That's actually already pre-made. I made that with a different website. I forgot the name of it, but I could definitely try to find it here. So then after that, I just start editing. So part one, I just name them so it's easier so I can figure out which one to switch. So part one goes right here. And so you'll see what I generally do is I will hit record on OBS, and then I look at the camera, and then I'll start talking. So you see right here. What's up? So there's that little bit in the beginning where there's no talking, and so you can actually shave off a little bit of time. If you look at the wavelengths here, that's where I actually start talking. So we'll just play it here. It's like right about there. You see that's a weird looking face. So I'll actually trim it right here. It's a little more concise. So look at this. What's up, guys? So it goes right into me talking. So then at the very end, I do the same thing as well, because if you see this part, it'll say,
go and check out the song. Super excited for it.
And then I just look at the camera awkwardly, and then I just turn away. So you have to cut that part out. So we'll play it again.
Go and check out the song. Super excited for it.
And you can tell by the wavelength, when the wavelength stops, that's when I stop talking. And so I am going to just trim that right here. And there it is. So we'll go ahead and fix that here. I'll play it back really quick. Sorry, my window's open. Apologize about that.
Super excited for it.
And then it just stops. So it's perfect. So that's actually great. So after I get that clip edited here, this is what I generally do. Again, I'm just taking through what I do to edit a video. So there's a bunch of time cards here and like a bunch of overlay stuff. So I just do this. I like to let people know that there are time codes in the description. If they don't want to watch the intro, they can just go right to the reaction, because the main point of the video is the reaction. So I'll just do that here. Spell description. Jeez. I could not spell today. I apologize about that. There we go. And then it's tight, it looks a little weird here, but you can actually just take that and minimize it to make it fit into that bar. So like that. And right there, it looks good. Then you hit apply. Then hit play, and that'll show up in the
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chandler Burton Entertainment, and today we are checking out a brand new band that I have never listened to before or even heard of before. We are checking out the band
All right, so put that right here. Also, with the video as well, I forgot to mention this too. I generally like to up my volume because sometimes it sounds a little quiet, and so I usually bump it up to about 200. That's pretty good, and then I put the music in the background so you can hear my voice a little bit better. So you'll probably hear the difference there. Let me do that.
What's up, guys?
Yeah,
Welcome back to
definitely a
Chandler
lot
Burton
louder.
Entertainment, and today we are checking out a brand new band that I have never listened to before or even heard of before. We are checking out the band. Make sure I got.
So usually I put the time codes in the description, and when I'm about to say the band name, I generally then I'll generally put I usually stop the time code description and put like the band name. So go back to text. I like to use this because it just goes to the bottom right corner, and actually it looks pretty decent. So it just pops up right here. So what I'll do is the name surname, you can just delete that, and I just put band, and then the band's name is Cabin Boy Jumped Ship. And then again, you'll see that it's too big, but you can take these parts right here, stretch it out, and you can fit it all at the top. Then at the very bottom here, it has like a nickname. I just like to put like the name of the song. So song, and then the song's called Survivor. If I could spell that correctly. There we go. Oh, oops. There we go. Okay. And then I can take that and I can make that a little bit bigger. All right, cool. That's pretty good. Put it like underneath best I can. That should... Hold on. Sorry. Sometimes a little finicky to get this. Okay, right there should be pretty good. Okay. All right, let's see how that looks.
Make sure I got the name right. Cabin Boy Jumped Ship. That's the name of the band. Really interesting name. It kind of reminds me of one of those bands we used to listen to back in high school. And we're checking out their song called Survivor.
Okay.
This is going to be the official music video.
So generally, after I say it's going to be the official music video or it's going to be the official audio, I'll just clip it right there. And then after that, I like to do this. So there's a subscribe thing that I made. So it says click on that to subscribe. I made that on a website here. You have these are all like the like button and the subscribe button I made like from free websites here. So what you do to make this on top of the video is you just put that at the end of the video, pull it up, and then I just put it right here. That way it's like right by the text, and then I just take that. And then I just pull it up here. And this is all really basic editing stuff. If this looks confusing, I promise you it's not. It's really not bad. I have no, like, I used to edit videos like on Windows Movie Maker for like a lot of my friends and stuff, and it's very basic. And what I'm doing here is very basic stuff. So I put the subscribe thing twice because it's a little bit short. So I put that there. It's a good length of time. And then after that, I hit the like button. So again, put it at the end of the video. There's that. Cool. And then that looks pretty good there. So let's go ahead and play it back here and see how it looks.
This is going to be the official music video. So kind of how this came to be here is that Connor, the vocalist, reached out to me on Instagram, and he said he's a fan of the channel, which again, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you checking out the channel. And he asked me if I could do a reaction to it. As I mentioned before with other bands that I've done.
All right, so it looks pretty good here. So after I do all that at the beginning, I just talk a little bit of how I got to find the song and those types of things. And then the only other part I need to add is just the Patreon, the patron shout out here. And that's generally near the end. I don't usually add anything in the middle here because it's only about a minute and a half, so it's not too long. So we got to find that Patreon part.
I think that's super cool. But before we get started, huge
right there, I say huge shout out to my Patreon. So it's going to be about right here. So I have a Patreon logo. Again, same with pictures and videos, but at the very end. And then you could just kind of put it where you think it is. You could switch this, of course. So you put it down, and then you could take at where the little hand is right here, and you could just like make it smaller. And then I just drag it to the very end. Okay, so let's make sure we have that right here.
Screen and the description.
So yeah, it's a little too far.
Before we get started, huge shout.
So like it would actually go right here. So you can actually you pause where you think it is, and then you can move it and just move it to like the red arrow. That red arrow is really helpful a lot. And then you can just fix that. And that looks good. Okay. And the next thing I do is I just go back to text, and I just do a very simple logo here. And then I have my sticky note that has my patrons on it here. So they're all right here. And then I just copy and paste it. Copy. All right, hit paste. And then again, right here, see the hand, you can minimize this here because, of course, not everyone's able to fit on the screen if they're that big. So I generally just get smaller, a little bit smaller. It's always a little tedious. It's not too bad, though. I enjoy doing video editing, so that's still a little too big. So move that down. Right there, like I put it right underneath the Patreon sign, then I just stretch it out to the bottom. Perfect. Hit apply, and then I just drag this to the very end. So that's perfect. So we have everything that we need for the video part. Now I like to add a little bit of, like, you know, just a little bit of background music here. I like having a little something in the background. So I always just choose the Cyberpunk one. I've been using that ever since I first started. So to add music, and this could be any kind of music. This is just royalty-free music that I just use, and I think the Cyberpunk one sounds the best. So you just hover over it, click on it, and just drag it down to the bottom. Right there. Right where it has that music sign right there, you just drag it there. And then I just put it right where the video starts because obviously my intro has music in it. I don't want that to overlap, so I just put it right where the video starts. And so this is a part, it's a little hard to explain because it's always a bit trial and error of how you want to get the music to sound. So if I play it right now...
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chandler Burton.
The music is way too loud. Obviously, you won't be able to hear me talk. So this took me a little while to figure out here. So this is where I generally found it. So I just take the wavelengths or the sound and I bump it down to about 37. I found that usually works pretty good. At 37, then right click, go to tools, and then you see that it's 100. That's still way too loud. And I realized the more I went down, I was like, okay, we're starting to find something here. But to be honest, 7's about a really good spot. It's a little bit louder in the Windows Movie Maker or like the video editor, but when you put it on YouTube, it actually sounds pretty good. So I'm going to play that for you guys, and you'll see how it sounds.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chandler Burton Entertainment, and today we are...
So you can hear my voice and you can hear the music in the background, which I prefer. Again, it's just something to have in the background. Not a lot of people do this, but I like to do that here. And then obviously the song is too long for the intro, so you just take that and scroll it back. All right, and then just put it right here. And then I like to have the music fade out a little bit right here. So you can take the fade out, and then it'll start fading out near the end. Also, I forgot to add one more thing. It's just a little fun thing I like to do. So they have sound clips, and since there are people on my Patreon, I like to just, I applaud them for, financially supporting me. So, but same thing, 37 and 7. That usually sounds pretty good. It's not overpowering anything, and it still sounds pretty good. If I can get it. Hold on. Sometimes it's a little hard to get the 7. There we go. All right, so that's generally all we have for the intro. So let's go ahead and we'll watch it, and we'll make sure everything looks good. So let me go ahead and rewind this here, and I will be quiet for this part, and then after that's done, we'll move on to the next part.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chandler Burton Entertainment, and today we are checking out a brand new band that I have never listened to before or even heard of before. We are checking out the band, make sure I got the name right, Cabin Boy Jump Shipped. That's the name of the band. Really interesting name. It kind of reminds me of one of those bands we used to listen to back in high school. And we're checking out their song called Survivor. This is going to be the official music video. So kind of how this came to be here is that Connor, the vocalist, reached out to me on Instagram. And he said he's a fan of the channel, which again, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you checking out the channel. And he asked me if I could do a reaction to it. As I mentioned before with other bands that I've done, if they reach out to me here, I absolutely have to get that done. I think it's so cool when people want to hear my opinion, or that it's like me rocking out and going crazy for a couple of minutes here. Again, I call it Chandler Burton Entertainment because I want to provide entertainment for you guys here, but also help others who struggle with like mental health and depression and anxiety. And so looping back to that here, I just think it's really cool when bands reach out to me personally like, hey, can you do a reaction for us? I absolutely will do that as soon as I can, 100%. I think that's super cool. But before we get started, huge shout out to my patrons that are going to be on the screen and in the description down below. I want to thank you all so much for being a patron here at Chandler Burton Entertainment. If you'd like to become a member of the Patreon family, there's going to be a link down below in the description and, of course, in the pinned comment. Well, let's go and check out the song. Super excited for it.
All right, so it looks pretty good. So I always like to watch it back because I sometimes forget stuff. For example, I forgot to add my Chandler Burton Entertainment logo. So I always watch my video playback before I even move on to the next part, or before I even upload anything or anything like that also. So I forgot to add that in there. So again, same thing with the picture. You just add it in like we did before, and then just drag it along here. That was good. So yeah, that's how I make my intro. So now that I know that it looks good, it sounds good, all the level quality is good, we can move on to the next part, which will be the reaction. So again, we already had everything uploaded here. So let's go and do this. And so this is part 2. I only do like, I do intro and then I do like the reactions and my overall thoughts here. So we're going to get started here. So put that down right there. Okay. So you'll see, I'll explain everything right here. You know, kind of going through this here. So again, going back to editing out your clip, you want to make sure that it's highlighted in yellow like it is here. That way you can move, because if you look at the beginning, I'm obviously not gonna keep this in the video.
All right, camera recording, mic good, fantastic. Let's do it.
Obviously, that's not going to be in the video here, and obviously you'll see me getting like set up and stuff. Like, people don't want to see that. They go for the reaction, and so you can tell, like, I always do a little talking to test the mic before I actually get started. So I said, like, testing the mic or whatever. Then I stop talking right here. See this little, like, that wavelength? That's when I stop talking. This is when the reaction starts. You'll see, because right here it's just, like, blank noise. So we're just going to crop this. And I'll probably do a little more, but let me take a look at that.
All right.
So right when I start talking here, so right about there. Sometimes it's not perfect. We'll make sure it looks good, make sure it flows well.
Song, super excited for it. All right, a couple things.
So yeah, that looks pretty good. So it just jumped right into it here. And plus, I had something to say before we started, so that's why I'm just talking here. So we're gonna do the same thing at the very end. Make sure to just clip everything off before we continue. So right here, you see that it kind of ends. So I'm just gonna click it right here, just randomly.
And until next time, much love to every single one of you guys. Thank you again.
So right there. So obviously, again, you'll see that awkward smile of mine, and then I then I exit out of OBS. So obviously you don't have that in there. So rewind a little bit here, and we'll clip that.
And until next time, much love to every single one of you guys. Thank you again.
So right there. So just clip it right there, and that'll be pretty much the essential end of the video. And then I put my social medias at the end here. So this is the official clip of what we'll use. And then we'll go ahead and get editing the video. This is the longest. This part takes the longest because you just want to make sure it looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead and play it, and then we're going to start editing it here. So what I generally do is watch part of it, and there's a where the song's sick, and I want to zoom in on my face, and I'll show you how to do all that here. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's just watch a part of it, and we'll go from there. So let's do that.
Super excited for it. All right, a couple things before we get started here that I forgot to mention at the beginning. Number one, I believe these guys just got signed to AFM Records, so much love to you guys here. That is so awesome. I can't imagine what an amazing feeling that would be. And their new album called Sentiment is dropping May 27th of 2022. And again, if this is any good, we will absolutely be doing a full album reaction for my Patreon. So let's go ahead and jump right into it here in 3, 2, and 1.
So generally, I don't usually do long intros like that. I just forgot to mention that in the beginning. Usually, I just start the song right away, but I wanted to make sure I threw it in there. So the song's about to start. So this is where I will, sometimes I get a little crazy with the song. And again, I want to like highlight certain things. So let's go ahead and we'll just kind of mess around with it. This is kind of fun because you can kind of just do what you want to do. I mean, there's really no rules to editing a video. So I always just kind of watch through it, and if I like a certain part, we'll just edit it, and we'll go from there. So I'll show you what I mean. So we'll let it play for a bit, and we'll go from there.
All right, let's see what you guys got.
I came to my senses, I've just woken up. I can't shake this feeling, it's tearing me up. The weight on my shoulders,
good build up.
The eyes on my back, your words way too heavy, but my heart will not.
So right there, you'll see I went ooh, like we'll play it again here.
Ooh!
So I kind of want to highlight that part. So what I'll do is I want to zoom in on my face a little. So what you'll do is you kind of got to match it up here. Let me pull this up. So right about here is if you want to zoom in on your face, there's a cool way to do this here. So what you'll do is you'll see these scissors right here. You're just going to clip it. What's nice is that the audio will still flow normally, which that was my big thing trying to figure all that out. So that's really nice here. So we'll play it again.
Ooh!
So I just want that little part here, so I'm going to clip it again. So when you clip it again, so this is the only part that we're going to highlight here. So So click on that here, make sure it's highlighted in yellow. That's the clip that you're just going to edit on. You don't want all of it to be yellow, because if you do all that, it's going to affect the whole thing. You just want to affect this little clip. So what you'll do is, like, for example, I want to zoom my face, so I'm going to go to the crop button right here. And you'll see that it takes me to this little thing. And I really want to highlight my face because I really like that intro. So I'm going to just crop it out a little bit here. So it's just going to get my face. Right there is pretty good. Hit apply. So right there. And then it'll go back to normal. So watch, play that again. Ooh! So yeah, you're just editing that one part. So it zooms in and then it goes back to the full aspect ratio over here. And then again, I add my symbol and the band's logo at the very end once I'm done editing it all. So we're going to go and just play through it again, and we're just going to find some other spots that we're just going to edit through, kind of highlight, and just have some fun with it. So we're going to play it here. Of course, I'll commentate as I do that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. Dude, sick. Dang.
Also forgot to mention, I also like to put the subscribe and like button throughout the video as well, just to kind of remind people to do so. I don't want to ever like bother people with it, but I do want to remind people, like, no, please subscribe and like the video, because it really does help with the algorithm on YouTube. But we'll figure that out when we get to it. Like right there is a part I want to zoom in my face, so we're gonna watch a little bit more of it. Like right there was good. So again, so click on this, gonna click on this, find that part again. So it's gonna be like right here. Like right there is perfect. So again, gonna hit the scissor button, gonna clip that part, play it.
Dang.
Probably about right there is good, because it goes back, my face kind of goes back to neutral. So hit the scissors again. Perfect. Okay. Click on that here. Same thing, I want to do like a zoom in, so I'm going to go back to that crop button right here. And then kind of just, again, you just mess around with it here. Nothing too professional. Kind of get my whole face, hit apply, and we'll see how that looks. If you ever want to redo it, you just hit the star and then just like delete it. So let's see how that looks.
Dang, dude, this is...
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I like that. That was a good cut. So we're gonna keep playing it here.
Go! You get it, brother! Oh, shoot, dude, this is awesome! Super sick.
So generally when I put the subscribe and like button, I want to put it at a part that really catches me like by surprise, because it's like one of the most engaging parts of the video. I don't want to put it when it's like crop, because I'm focusing on the crop face. But like, for example, I was really shocked when the drummer was singing, when he was singing, he's the clean vocals of the band, so.
Ooh, got a little bit of sing. The drummer sing?
So like, I was shocked, and I think that'd be a good place to put like the subscribe thing. So we're just going to do that now so we don't forget. So look at the times right here, about 3:14. So it's going to go the same thing that I used before, subscribe. Kind of go back to the 3:15 mark. And again, we can fix it here. So probably about right here. So they got to put the like button too. So again, but this one I make it a little smaller, zoom it up in the corner, because I want to obviously cover the video. Put it right there. Looks pretty good. And of course, we'll play it back to make sure it looks all right. Then we have the like button here as well. Okay. Go right here, and same thing. Just make it a little smaller. Don't want to cover my face or anything. So, all right, looks good. I think it looks pretty good. So we'll just see how it sounds. We'll make sure it looks good.
A little bit of sing. The drummer sings. That is sick. He kind of looks like Drake Bell a little bit.
So it looks pretty good. So again, I like to put it at parts where I'm shocked, or like, that I don't want to crop. So I figured that'd be a good spot, because that threw me off guard. I was like, wow, the drummer's the singer. That's pretty sick. So now we're just going through again, trying to find more parts to edit. We might do a pan and zoom here as well in a little bit. So. that'd be a pretty good place for like a pan and zoom. We already done a couple of crops here, so now we're gonna crops. I'm sorry. So we're gonna do like a pan and zoom. So pan and zoom just zooms in on my face, so kind of mix it up here a little bit. So this would be the zoom in. So I want to put it like right here. So you just kind of have to guesstimate here. So zoom in, and again, you can kind of just place your face wherever. It'll kind of zoom in this area. So rewind it, see how that looks.
Boys, dude.
And you kind of determine when you want to zoom back out here. So the zoom out's a little confusing, so I'll kind of show you. It took me forever to figure this out. So zoom out, kind of just put it right here where you thought was pretty good. So you'll see that the thing is all weird looking here. You want to match it up with these sides. I used to put it like in random places here, so just got to move it over. And then once it hits green like that in the middle, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about this part in the middle. So we'll make sure that looks good before we move on.
Oh yeah, dude. Woo.
So it looks pretty good. So again, I like to mix it up here. I want to keep the video engaging for the audience because when I used to do it, it just was kind of boring, and I was just like, it is called Channel the Burden Entertainment, and it's not very entertaining. So try to make it a little more entertaining. I'm not like Orion Reacts, where he's like amazing at doing editing. So I just do like a little edits here so often. So let's go and continue. We'll find some more spots. A few more parts I probably want to edit, so we'll just continue on here.
That just doesn't stop, brother.
That'd be probably a good edit here, because my eyes get big like a deer in headlights.
That
Let's see how this looks.
just doesn't.
Yeah, that'd be a good edit. Let's see. Probably like right there. So I'm going to cut it as a member of the scissors and then hit play again.
That just doesn't stop, brother.
So right there. That's funny. So I'm going to put that. I'm going to hit the crop thing again. I'm just going to zoom in on my face. So pretty easy stuff. Not too bad. That should look pretty good. All right, let's see how that looks.
That just doesn't stop, brother.
Yep, looks good. Looks really good. So okay, we'll keep going.
Dude. These guys kind of remind me a little bit of the band Envisions a little bit, which Envisions is super sick. Come on, I know it's going to hit again. Let's go, brother.
All right, so there's one part I do want to edit here, so we'll see.
Oh, the anticipation. Oh, let's go, man. Come on.
I came to
So I think this might be good. Hold on.
my
Oh, yeah.
senses. I woke up. I can't shake.
So I kind of want to do a zoom in on the video, so we're gonna do that here.
Let's go, man. Come on.
I came to my
So probably like right here. So let me clip that.
Oh,
senses.
yeah.
I thought I woke up. I can't shake this feeling. My heart's had enough. The weight on my shoulders is breaking my back. Your words were so heavy. You're right up about to
So probably like right here.
back. Your words were so heavy.
Probably right there, because I want to make sure I got the reaction on my face here. So let's go ahead and we're gonna try that here. So, clip. So you just gotta zoom in on the video, essentially. See, I kind of messed it up there, so let's see if I can fix that. I don't know if I can. I don't want to delete it. I will fix that here. Just a sec. Alright, edit tools. See how that looks.
Come on.
I came to my senses,
Oh, yeah.
I thought I woke up. I can't shake this feeling, my heart's had enough. The weight on my shoulders is breaking my back. Your words were so heavy, you're right up about.
So that looked pretty good. I will fix that. If I can fix that part I messed up on. So I will fix that in a bit. That looks like a good pan and zoom moment, so oh, like right there is good. So zoom in. Yeah, that's good because I'm laughing, so that's a good spot.
Yeah.
Zoom it back out. And again, you can kind of just mess around with it, you know, kind of just see what. I mean, I just go through and like that would be fun, you know.
Yeah. Ooh, damn.
So that's essentially about the end of the video here. So I'm gonna let it play, and then I'll kind of show you what I do next. So probably about right there. So that's gonna be where I kind of give my thoughts and opinions. So I'm just gonna put that music again to kind of let people know that's near the end. So I'm gonna put the Cyberpunk one. Perfect. And then, of course, 37. And 7. Should be good. We'll test it out here.
Holy crap! I did not expect that.
That's about good, because that's when I started talking. So, okay, we have all of our edits in here. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my logo and I'm just going to stretch it out all the way to the very end. And then we'll go through the parts where I edited to make sure it looks good. Nothing, oh, you know, we'll make sure everything looks good before we hit save. So, okay, that part's good. So that's there, and then I'll put my solstice at the end. Then what I do is I take the band logo, so go back to the media bin, and then it's right here. Put that at the very end, and then drag this all the way back. You want to do it right where the video starts here. So usually right after the Patreon bit, and then I just minimize it, just put it in the corner. Probably about right there. Like my wall, I usually use as a spot to kind of like level where I want to put the logo. And usually right there is pretty good. All the way through. Okay. All right, so we have everything in place here. So now I'm going to go through, before I add my socials and stuff, I'm going to make sure all the edits look good and nothing's out of place here. So you'll see, of course, these are where the edits are when they're have stars on them. So I'm just going to play this part.
Ooh!
All right, that looks good here. So let's go to this part and make sure that looks good.
Dang, dude, this is...
That looked good. Let's make sure the subscribe and like button look good here.
Ooh, got a little bit of sing. The drummer sings? That is sick. He kind of looks like Drake Bell a little bit.
Okay, that's good. And then again, the pan and zooms, make sure those look good here. It's all gotta be.
God, you got a good voice, dude. Oh yeah.
So yeah, again, you always want to check these because sometimes they don't fill out the full screen if you do it wrong. So you got to make sure. That's why I always like to double check that. So that looks good. Here's the next edit. So we're gonna make sure that looks good.
damn, it just doesn't stop, brother.
Alright, that looks good. Here's this edit that I do need to fix.
I came to my senses,
yeah.
I thought I woke up. I can't shake this feeling, my heart's had enough. The weight on my shoulders is breaking my back. Your words were so heavy.
Well, it looks good because it goes back to that, but I do need to fix that little part here, so I will fix that. Then try to check this pan and zoom here.
Yeah. Ooh, damn.
Alright, that's good here. Okay, and those are all the edits here. And then I just give my thoughts.
Holy crap!
That part, and again, we already edited the video, so that's already done. So essentially, that's all done. So then, now that I know that everything looks good, I just like to put my social medias at the end. I just made a custom-made video, put that, and then I like to just let people know you can listen to my podcast because I've been doing that more. Hit subscribe one more time, the like button, and then I just put a picture of me. And I just say thank you for watching. So just simple text and go right here. Zoom up. And just thank you for watching. Just to tell people, thank you if they want to watch that far. Like, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. It means a lot. Then just fix that. Alright, cool. And then take the song, put it right here. And then just do that. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how I edit a video. So we won't watch the whole thing. Obviously, you can watch the reaction that's on my channel. But yeah, again, we got the intro song, the actual intro, the reaction, then me talking, and then my socials. So you'll see all this stuff on here. It looks complicated, but as I showed you, it's not too bad. It's pretty easy. So we got everything in here. And that is how I make a reaction video. Generally takes me about, it depends on how long the video is, but generally it can take me up to like 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending on how much time I put into it here. So it's kind of like brushing my teeth. I'm kind of pretty used to how to do it by now, so it goes pretty quick. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed more behind the scenes videos that I did. Again, make sure you go check out the reaction of the band. It's really good song. So all right, y'all. Until next time, I hope y'all take care. Much love to every single one of you guys.